Good morning, wet shavers, coffee lovers, and podcast listeners everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. It's time for another second cup. So grab a cup of coffee, kick back, relax, put in those earbuds, adjust your speaker volume, and let's talk some wet shaving and a few other things in podcast form. What is Second Cup? Well, Second Cup is a podcast that will give you some additional information that didn't make the Monday morning mailbag deadline. This might be something that is time sensitive. For instance, a sale that could be ending before the next 3 MB airs, or a piece of late breaking information that viewers have passed along that is equally time sensitive, or something else regarding the wet shaving world that needs to be broadcast in a timely fashion. And we'll also have some time to chit chat and discuss some other things like coffee, movies, streaming shows, books, that sort of thing. So thanks for tuning in to Second Cup. And I hope you subscribe to the podcast, where you can also find episodes of the Monday Morning Mailbag in podcast form. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We'll get the show underway in just a moment. Thanks for joining me. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the January 22nd, 2024 episode of Second Cup. Thanks so much for tuning in and joining me. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Once again, I have got Tim Hortons. Made another nice pot of it this morning. It's absolutely a fantastic tasting coffee. I like it a lot. And I got a lot of it, a 3-pound can. If you saw this morning's Monday morning mailbag, yeah, I've got a lot of Tim Hortons coffee to go through, absolutely. And I'm using my my taller Dunkin' Donuts coffee mug, the one that has all the Ohio landmarks named on it. Things like Cleveland, Akron, Lake Erie, Buckeyes, Cincinnati, Cuyahoga River, tailgating, Youngstown, that sort of thing. So yeah, enjoying a cup of Tim Hortons Canadian coffee in an Ohio coffee mug this morning. How are you doing this morning? I hope the weather is agreeable where you are, because we've had some winter weather recently. This past week, the local schools closed down 2 days. They closed down Wednesday because the temperatures were so bitterly cold. They didn't want the kids outside waiting in such cold weather for the school bus to arrive, so they closed the schools down. And then Friday, we were expecting a big lake effect snowstorm. So they closed the schools down in anticipation of that, thinking that you might get to school in the morning, but by the time it's ready to go home, you might be snowed in. That's kind of, I think, what the thinking was. Well, it never really materialized. And as a matter of fact, here in Chardon, Ohio, where we are part of the snow belt of Northeast Ohio, we get a lot of snow historically. If, say, the eastern suburbs of Cleveland, like South Euclid, Cleveland Heights, they get, let's say, 4 inches or 5 inches of snow. We'll get 12 to 18 inches of snow here in Chardon, something along those lines, from a big lake effect snowstorm. Well, it was the other way around this past Friday. We only got about, I would say, 4 or 5 inches, maybe 6 inches at the most. I would say maybe 5 inches, something like that. And a coworker in Cleveland Heights got 12 inches of snow. So yeah, they got hit a little more severely with the snowstorm than we did here in Chardon. And it really didn't, I don't think it hit during rush hours or anything like that, as I recall. Roads seemed to be pretty clear coming home from work on Friday. So it really didn't hit with the fiercity. Fiercity, is that a word? It really didn't hit with the fierceness that they thought it would. Fierceness, is that a word too? I'm not sure. I need another cup of coffee here to wake up. It didn't hit with the severity that they thought it would. How about that? Does that work? I think that works. So it wasn't as severe a storm as they had anticipated, but everyone was prepared, I guess. The roads were very well cleared and salted, and we got through it, and Monday's high temperature is going to be 36, so I'm not going to do any more shoveling. I'm going to wait for the guy that put the snow there to take it away, as as my grandfather used to say. We would visit him on a winter's day, my grandparents, and the walkway wouldn't be shoveled. And my mother would say, well, why didn't you shovel the walkway? He says, oh, I'm going to let the guy who put it there take it away. Don't worry. And sure enough, within 24 hours, it warmed up above freezing and the snow melted away. So my grandfather had a lot of wisdom and a lot of winters under his belt to understand, I guess, the weather pattern. So the high today is going to be about 36 degrees or so. So a lot of this snow is going to melt away, and we won't have to do much shoveling out as we have in past winters. But a nice winter's day. It's been colder, but man, that makes for a wonderful, wonderful warm lather shave. Maybe you've got a copper razor that you heat up, and you've got a nice warm razor to use with a nice warm lather. I did a warm lather the other day. It was just marvelous, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely love whipping up a warm lather in my Dreamscape scuttle from Phoenix Shaving. It's absolutely a wonderful, wonderful treat on a cold winter's day. And again, if you pair that up with, say, the copper Ascension razor, and you heat that razor up, you've got a heated razor. Boy, nothing better. So I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope the weather is very agreeable, whether you're in the snow belt or the sun belt. I hope you're enjoying a wonderful, wonderful day, and the weather is very, very agreeable. You know what? Let's pay a few bills, and we'll get the show underway. Well, speaking about warm lathers and warm razors, last week we heard from viewer Tyler Fike regarding the Copper Ascension razor from Phoenix Shaving. He opened his email by saying, "Hello, Mark. So after patiently waiting for well over a year, I finally own a Phoenix Shaving Copper Ascension. I managed to snatch one of the limited prototypes that just went on sale earlier in the week." Yeah, and they went very, very fast because we just recently heard from viewer Doug Thompson, who wrote, "Hey, Mark, it's been a while since we emailed. Thought I would drop by and say hello. Also, I tried Jimmy V's shaving tip on soaking the shaving brush instead of blooming the soap to preserve the soap's fragrance longer, and it seems to be working well. I would also imagine it also makes the soap last longer. Anyway, thank you." Well, actually, thanks to Jimmy V for that tip. He's been talking about how he no longer blooms the soap to keep the fragrance to last longer, and a lot of other viewers are reporting the same thing, that they just do not bloom the soap much anymore, and they'll just take a nice wet soaked brush and load from the puck that way. And of course, Jimmy V also passed along that great aftershave tip, post-shave routine, where you, if you have an alcohol-based aftershave, when you drop it onto your hands and you clap your hands together to get aftershave on both hands, just to kind of let that alcohol evaporate a little bit before slapping it on, because that alcohol evaporates and then you've got nothing but that great fragrance going onto your skin. Not as much alcohol is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's a really great tip too as well. Anyhow, Doug continues here. Also, I have been waiting close to a year for Phoenix Shaving to get the Copper Ascension back in stock. I got lucky the other day and saw it was finally available, so I ordered one. Within 3 hours, it was sold out. I have had a couple shaves with it, and I'm very happy with it. Any new razor will take at least one shave to get synchronized with. Reminding myself of your classic tip, light pressure, 30 degrees, will make the transition much smoother, and it has for me. I like the fact that the razor maintains the heat. Have a great weekend, and thanks for all your hard work and a great podcast, Doug Thompson. Doug, thanks very, very much for the kind words. And again, all credit to all the viewers and listeners out there for passing along some great wet shaving information that can be passed along to viewers, listeners in the wet shaving community. I say it all the time. it's because of all the viewers and listeners out there. Without you, this microphone would be silent. I mean that sincerely. But I agree with you. The Copper Ascension is really a special razor because it's copper. It retains that heat. And I know I have some pretty good hot water running out of my tap. And when I heat that up, it gets really, really hot. And I do a quick swirl in the sink water to bring it down maybe a half a notch or so. And it seems to be the proper warm temperature. And that heat is just retained throughout that shave. You can always heat it up again underneath the tap water. Depending on what the tap water is, the temperature of the tap water coming out of your particular tap, it really does retain the heat very, very well. And it makes for a great warm shave. You pair the Copper Ascension up with a scuttle, and you get a nice warm lather, and you get a nice warm razor. It's just a remarkable shave. And as I mentioned, at the beginning of the show, that on a cold winter day, it is just wonderful. Nothing better than a nice warm razor and a really, really warm lather. Now, we have had some viewers and listeners out there that really like cold water shaves. And Jimmy V out there, hi Jimmy, I hope you're listening. He is one that really, really loves a cold water shave. And he uses the Copper Ascension cold. Just as the Copper Ascension will retain heat, it also retains cold very well. So he'll actually give it an ice cold water bath, and then he'll shave with it that way. And he does it year round and absolutely loves it on summer days, winter days, all year round. And I got to be honest with you, that's what I'm going to try on a cold winter day. Have a nice cold water shave with that Copper Ascension and a nice cold lather and cold water. It sounds to be very, very invigorating and very, very stimulating. So again, that's what's so great about the traditional wet shave. You can mix and match your routine in any number of ways and still get a really, really great shave. Whether you're using a warm lather, a cold lather, a warm razor, a cold razor, or something in between, there are just so many great variables that come into play when you're putting together your own traditional wet shave and making it your own. It really is the best way to have a shave. So thanks again to Doug Thompson for reminding us about the Copper Ascension and how great this razor is. Whether you use it warm or cold, it makes for a really, really great shave. Thanks again, Doug. Really do appreciate it. Now, speaking of Ascension razors, viewer Jamie Horn sent along a heads up that the Phoenix Shaving Ascension Select Twist Adjustable Safety Razor is back in stock. And boy, oh boy, is this a wonderful razor. This is the first Ascension razor that I used and immediately fell in love with this, this whole razor design, which is why I have the stainless and the copper Ascension razors, as well as the aluminum Ascension razor in burnt orange. Really, really terrific razors that deliver a wonderful, wonderful shave, and they also have that twist adjustability so you can make it aggressive or mild to your liking. And the Ascension Select has a gunmetal plating to it, and it also has a stainless steel handle with a flare tip, so that the tip of the handle you can unscrew and you can put a different color tip on there, which is really kind of neat. And it does have a zinc alloy razor head, but that gunmetal plating is just marvelous. It just delivers another level of smoothness to the shave. And this was the first Ascension razor that I acquired from Phoenix Shaving, and I absolutely love it. It comes in a nice price point, $49.95. Now, at the time I'm recording this, the aluminum burnt orange Ascension razor is out of stock. The stainless steel Ascension razor is out of stock. The copper Ascension razor is out of stock. The Ascension razor in 7075 aluminum is out of stock. But the Ascension Select is in stock. And if you've never tried an Ascension razor, the Ascension Select, is a really good introduction to this line of razors. I really, really fell in love with how wonderful a shave it delivers. And it continues to be a favorite because it has wonderful weight from that stainless steel handle. It has a real nice smoothness from the gunmetal plating on that razor head. And it just delivers a great shave. Now, the geometry of the razor head is identical to that of the stainless steel version and the copper version and the aluminum version. The end tabs of the razor blade are enclosed in the razor head, and you have that wonderful twist adjustability. So if you are interested in getting an Ascension razor, and who knows how long it's going to be for the stainless steel version or the copper version or even the aluminum versions, try the Ascension Select. It really is a great Ascension razor and a really nice introduction to what kind of a shave these razors deliver. It really is a terrific, terrific razor. I like it a lot. And my thanks to Jamie Horn out there for the heads up that the Ascension Select is available. Now, if you still are interested in the copper and the stainless steel and the other variations of the Ascension razors, make sure to go up to those product pages and hit that email alert so that you'll get an email alerting you that they are back in stock. That's the way to do it. And I think that's the way the other viewers did it who were able to get up there and get a copper Ascension razor. They got that email alert, I think. And or maybe they stumbled on the page, but I think the easiest way would be to sign up for that email alert so that you'll get it in your email inbox and you'll know that it's available. And you can get up there and get one before they get sold out, because they do sell quickly. So thanks again to Jamie Horn for the heads up on the Ascension Select. If you've never tried an Ascension razor and you're interested in one, this is really a good one to go with. The Ascension Select with a stainless steel handle, gunmetal plating, and twist adjustability, $49.95. Hey, Jamie, thanks again for the heads up. Really do appreciate it. Well, I just received an email alert from Hendrick's Classics and Company. They have a new shave soap coming out. It's called Biumo Tattoo Club. Now that's spelled B-I-U-M-O Tattoo Club. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Anyhow, they write here, Hendrick's Classics and Company are proud to present the Biumo Tattoo Club, a Shave Dad soap. Now, a lot of you are familiar with the Shave Dad Facebook group, and this is in collaboration with that Facebook group. It says here, in collaboration with Shave Dad, a tattooing veteran since 1978, and Frankie V, who runs the renowned Biumo Tattoo Club in Italy, we've created a soap that pays tribute to their expertise and artistry. The fragrance, inspired by Emporio Armani He by House of Armani, complements the soap perfectly, promising a quality shave that smells incredible. Great date night and cologne fragrance. Get yours today for just $19.99. So that's available at Hendrick's Classics and Company, Biumo Tattoo Club. It's a Shave Dad shave soap. And of course, they have the aftershave splash available with it. And it looks wonderful. And the art looks really, really unique. Kind of like a cat cougar-like head on there with a rose. And really, really terrific. So we'll have links below where you can check it out if you're interested in this particular shave soap from Shave Dad. We have reviewed some of the Shave Dad shave soaps that have been released, and they are very, very good lathering shave soaps. And of course, Hendrick's Classics and Company makes an absolutely wonderful soap base. So this promises to be a great lathering shave soap with a really, really terrific, terrific, unique fragrance. So check it out. We'll have a link below to Biumo Tattoo Club Shave Dad shave soap available up there at Hendrick's Classics and Company. So if you got that email alert, check it out. Check your inbox. It might be up there where you can click on it and get right up to that website. Hendrick's Classics and Company, Biumo Tattoo Club Shave Dad Shave Soap. Well, speaking of shaving soaps, we got a heads up on a new shaving soap available on Amazon from viewer Ricardo Aguilar. And he sent along a link to the Amish recipe natural goat's milk shave soap for men. Rich and creamy lather from shaving soap puck for men and women, traditional, organic, and natural men shaving soap made in the USA eucalyptus. Now, we will provide a link below, and I asked Ricardo where he found it, and again, he provided the link. And I asked him for his review on it, and he sent along this mini review, and he wrote, "This time I didn't bloom. The soap lathered a little better. Very foaming lather, but slick. Amazing. I used the Mercur 34 HD with a Derby razor blade. 2 passes, no cuts, no nicks. Note, I have another goat milk shaving soap, and the lather is the same, but isn't as slick like the Amish recipe. Best regards, Ricardo." And again, this is available on Amazon, the Amish recipe natural goat's milk shave soap. It is $11.88, and you get a 3.5 ounce puck. And it looks pretty darn good. Now, again, very, very slick from what Ricardo is saying, but the lather isn't as rich and creamy as they may be claiming in their product headline there. It seems to be a little more foamy. Now, might be that Ricardo has to have a few more shaves with it, maybe work with that water to soap ratio. I'm not entirely sure, but it does sound like a lather that is on the thinner side, but very, very slick. And I've used those kinds of shave soaps in the past and have found them to be very, very good, in a different kind of way. It doesn't give you that dense, deep body of a lather. It gives you a lighter, foamy lather, but very, very slick. And it sounds like the Amish recipe shaving soap is very much the same way. So we will have a link below where you can check it out. The Amish recipe shaving soap. It's made with goat's milk. And of course, they have an entire The Amish recipe Amazon storefront up there. So we will link to that because it says here, visit the Amish recipe store. So we'll link to their storefront on Amazon as well, where you can check out all the items that they offer. So my thanks again to Ricardo Aguilar for the heads up on the Amish recipe shaving soap. Thanks again, Ricardo. Really do appreciate it. Well, the folks at Supply have introduced a new post-shave product, and it's called Razor Bump Remedy. As you know, I love the Supply SE single edge injector razor. Absolutely love that. As a matter of fact, I used it this morning for a head shave in the shower. We talked about that on the Monday morning mailbag, and I happened to use it this morning for a head shave in the shower, and it did an absolutely fantastic job. So I love the Supply SE razor. I've had a good track record with all their products, and here they have another product that they've introduced called Razor Bump Remedy. And in the email that I received from them, they write, "Goodbye bumps, hello smooth. Is your post-shave experience a little bumpy? Razor bumps form when hair curls back and re-enters the skin after a close shave, leading to painful lumps under the skin. For those with naturally curly or coarse hair, razor bumps are even more common. So, as your resident grooming experts, we put our heads together to formulate the perfect solution. Meet Razor Bump Remedy. This powerful solution is crafted to reduce razor bumps and ingrown hairs. Featuring aloe vera and witch hazel, this product is aimed to tackle irritation, revealing smooth, bump-free skin." Now, here are the key ingredients. Aloe vera to soothe irritated skin. Witch hazel, an antimicrobial that helps reduce irritation. Gluconolactone dissolves dead skin cells and removes excess oil. Willow bark extract cleans pores while exfoliating and hydrating dry skin. Green tea, a natural anti-inflammatory to help reduce inflammation. Now, it looks like it's $19 for a 100 milliliter bottle. I believe that's 3.5 fluid ounces. We'll have a link below where you can check it out. Again, I've had very, very good results using the Supply line of wet shaving products. Love the Supply SE razor, love their shaving cream and their post-shave balms. So here's another one that I'm going to try down the road. Their razor bump remedy sounds absolutely wonderful. So if you're a wet shaver who has experienced razor bumps from time to time, or maybe a little more frequently than you'd like, check out Razor Bump Remedy from the folks at Supply. Again, I really like their line of wet shaving products, and this one promises to be a very, very good one for the post-shave routine. Razor Bump Remedy from Supply. Now, before I get out of here, I'm going to recommend a movie to you. This is a classic American piece of cinema, The African Queen, starring Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn from 1952. What a wonderful movie. This is an Indiana Jones kind of movie. Before Indiana Jones definitely had some inspiration from The African Queen. Here's the synopsis from Amazon Prime. As the First World War breaks out, a proud and pious missionary finds herself navigating a multitude of perils: the harsh African wilderness, dastardly German soldiers, and the sharp-tongued, gin-soaked steamboat captain who is her only ticket to safety. Yeah, 88% 5-star rating from Amazon viewers. Really a terrific movie. This one looks to have been restored to its beautiful Technicolor glory, and it is not widescreen, so it is standard. So if you watch it on a big screen TV, you're going to see black areas on the right and the left. But it is still a wonderful movie that will immerse you into a really, really terrific adventure. Humphrey Bogart's great. Katharine Hepburn is great. Just a really great action adventure kind of movie. And a little bit of romance there too. So I highly recommend it. I believe this was directed by John Huston from 1952. The African Queen, starring Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn, a real classic. You're gonna see how Indiana Jones was influenced by this and several other movies, obviously, but this definitely influenced Indiana Jones. No doubt about it. The African Queen, Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn, available now on Amazon Prime. And that wraps up another Second Cup. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I sure hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, please share, please subscribe, and pass it along to a fellow wet shaver or friend. My thanks to everyone who commented and contributed to today's show. And I mean this sincerely. Without you, this microphone would be silent. If Second Cup or the Monday Morning Mailbag aren't showing up in your regular podcast feed, please drop me a line at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and we'll try to get it all sorted out. So again, thank you all very much. I look forward to getting together with you again on these podcast airwaves. Until then, enjoy the day, enjoy your shave, and enjoy that second cup.